Hello, today I'm going to talk to you about our elite metered shooting line. This is a new shooting line we're coming out with RIO, mostly for the spey angler, but for single-handed anglers, really for anyone who uses a shooting head and needs a shooting line. That's what this is. It's an elite metered shooting line. What is that? Well, first of all, before we talk about what it is, let's see what it isn't. Shooting lines come in two different types. There's a fly line coated type shooting line, and then there's a hard mono shooting line like this. It's just a hard nylon. This is what we call a slick shooter we make at RIO. It's just a very hard nylon. It's very popular with spey casters because it's lightweight, it's very thin, gets a lot of distance. It's a really, really good technique, and it's cheap. So it's a really good all-round, very popular type of shooting line. That's what's called a mono or nylon shooting line. The other type of shooting line is called a coated shooting line. And what that means, well, simply, it's just like a fly line. It is a thin piece of line coated in fly line coating. And here is the elite metered shooting line I'm talking about. This bit's green, as you can see. So it has a PVC coating on, and that's what makes it a coated shooting line. But what really makes this as a product is four things. The best of which, it has our SlickCast coating. And our SlickCast is a coating that has the lowest coefficient of friction ever measured in a fly line. It is the slickest thing you can get in fly line coatings. And believe me, when you're trying to shoot distance, having a line that is that slick is a huge plus for easy distance. As a very simple guideline, I fish a 7-weight in the Pacific Northwest for steelhead, and normally I'm very comfortable with 4 color changes outside the rod. You see this changes color every 10 feet. That's what makes it metered. So I have 4 of these outside of the rod. That's my normal comfort level with a 7-weight. Well, this is so slick, I have 5 of these out. That's a comfort level. I get an extra 10 feet, an extra 25% shooting distance because of that SlickCast technology. So if you really like a coated style shooting line and you want the slickest one you can get, check out this elite metered shooting line. And as I said, there's 4 benefits to it. One is the SlickCast. That supersedes anything. That is the best thing about it, hands down. But another thing is it is metered. It changes colors every 10 feet, so you know how far you're casting every time. That could be good, could be bad. It's a metering system. We add a little front taper to the end of it. So the first end that comes off the reel here is about a 3-foot long taper. And that's kind of like the tail of a kite. It stabilizes the flight of your shooting head. That's a big plus. It gives you a little bit more range, a little bit more distance. So there's a tapering system in that. And then the 4th benefit of it is built on our low stretch Connect Core Plus. And I'm a huge fan of low stretch lines for casting, for fishing, for hooking fish, for playing fish. And with a shooting line like this, when you've made a long cast and you've got a lot of line out in the water and your line is swinging around in the current, so you've got 80 or 90, 100 feet out, and you get a fish grab, and you want to set that hook. If you can take out a lot of the stretch, you have a far better hookup rate because you pull the hook home rather than stretch the line. So I'm a massive fan of that low stretchability. Now that we've got this with this SlickCast, this is the best shooting line I've ever used. I'm a massive fan of it. And I know I've got a RIO hat on, and I'm trying to be objective about it, but honestly, this stuff shoots a prodigious distance. Not for everyone, right? Some people do like the mono-style shooting lines, and if you do, you're still going to get more distance with that. But if you like the coated shooting line for handleability, manageability, then absolutely look out for this. And then the last thing I'll let you know about this is it's available in a bunch of sizes. Right? There's no perfect thing that every single angler can get away with, sadly. So when we look at some sizes here, let's start off with this one. This is our 26,000s, and this is the smallest we do. This is a great size if you're fishing 3-weight, 4-weight, maybe 5-weight trout spays or switch rods. That's a perfect size for that. The next size up we have is the 32,000s. This is really your perfect Pacific Northwest steelheader size. This is an absolute awesome size on 6, 7 and 8 weights. It's a perfect match for those size heads. Then there's a 37,000s. That's a bit thicker, a bit more friction, a bit more drag, a bit more distance. So it needs a heavier head to handle it. So this is better for your 8s and 9 weights, possibly 10s. And then the one I don't have with me, the thickest one, the 42,000, that's really your heavy, hardcore, strongest, thickest coating one, and that's for your 10 and 11 knots. So there's a multitude of sizes. As I said, they'll all have that SlickCast, they'll all have that metering, they'll all have that back taper, and they'll all have that low stretch core. So if you like the sound of them, check them out. You can get them at your local RIO fly shop, or you can get them online.
RIO. Make the connection.